Okay, so we begin with the move e4, beginning with the king's pawn opening, activating the bishop and the queen. We go with e5, we take the knight out f3 in attacking towards the pawn, where we go with knight c6. We begin with the development of our bishop, that is bishop c4. We go with bishop c5 and we play c3. The main motive is to play d4 and attack towards the bishop and the pawn. Now we leave this pawn behind to be under attack. Well, so in such positions, playing aggressive options like e5 is possible. But black can play d5, which can create a problem. So in this position, playing tips on it, attacking the bishop is the better option. Where bishop comes over here, try giving check is also a possible variation. We have a lot of traps. Okay, he go with bishop e6, where we decide to play e5 in attacking towards the knight. Now we choose to attack with e5 because e5 is going to attack more and more towards the king side. That's why. So this is black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds in such position. Knight is under attack, so knight goes to c4. Now over here, we'll go with bishop out, attacking towards the queen. Now the queen is under attack, so white must defend the queen. And he chooses to play f6, where with f6 we'll decide to play pawn take on to pawn. Now we can observe that bishop diagonal is not attacking towards black. Well, let's see how he responds over here. So 9 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock, and he is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds in such position. He go with knight take f6, where we play more and more aggressive options. We decide to play the knight towards the center because we can take the bishop this way. So most expected response, knight take on it. We take back from the pawn. Ultimately, we attack the knight where bishop is pinning the knight. This means, okay, he go with d5, a very sharp response, where we take the bishop b5 in creating a pin. Now we are always attacking towards black's position that you can see. So he go with the move castling, trying to remove the pin. So we'll go with bishop take on c6. He take it back, we'll take back from the knight attacking the queen. So he go with queen d6, trying to attack the knight where we take the knight back to e5. Further, we are also preparing to castle because our king safety is also important. Now let's see how he responds. Black's turn and black is busy thinking for the response. In such position, he can try adding pressure towards the knight. Okay, he go with knight e4, trying to attack the bishop and this pawn with the rook also. So this is one of the aggressive options that we can see. So we go with bishop e3 and just defend the pawn. Now ultimately this is black's turn and let's see how black responds in such positions. He go with c5, where if we try to take it, queen can take the knight and create a trouble. So in such position, we fought the castle, because castling is something which we miss. Now castling for defending the pawn at the same time, and he takes it. We'll take back from the bishop as an only option. He play bishop take d4, we play queen take d4 and defend the knight. Now let's see how black responds in such positions. So black is thinking for the move, having 8 minutes on the clock. What we are planning is rook coming. Okay, so he play bishop a6 and try attacking towards the rook. So we go with rook d1 and the main motive is all clear to attack towards the pawn. Now it leaves one casualty and that is rook and the knight attacking towards f2 pawn. So that's the only possible casualty that is caused by black. Anyways, now over here we can observe the attack. So maybe we can expect black to be responsible towards this pawn. Otherwise he can play rook take or knight take. So he go with knight take f2, trying to attack towards the rook, where the bishop is already controlling this. So that's an advantage. In this position we continue with the move. Okay, in this position we play rook to d2, the main motive to attack the knight with the rook. So knight goes back to e4 and now we decide to play rook to c2, where we can take the rook here, attack towards the queen and the bishop with this. So he play rook take f7, that is checkmate. Okay. Now we look for another game and where we are playing as black. White goes with. So white is thinking for his continuation. Let's see how white continues. D4 where we play D5, the which pawn opening where he plays C4, knight comes out to F6 and secure the pawn, he play knight C3, C6 and supporting the pawn, bishop F4, we take the bishop F5, further the knight out, where white turn and white play queen B3, we take the queen B6 and further attack white. Now 9 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds in such position. We go with queen take b6. We'll take it back from the pawn, open up the rook 5. So 9 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. We go with taking the pawn where we take it back. And this is 9 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. We go with knight f3. We'll take the knight e4 where this is white to play and white is thinking for the response. Such that if he tries to take the knight, we can take back from the pawn. We go with bishop e2. We play knight d2 f6. Knight d2 f6 in defending the pawn. Where this is 9 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock and white is thinking for the response. What we can do is knight take on the knight. Pawn takes back. And then knight going over here. Attacking towards the c3 pawn. Now he go with c4, a very aggressive option in attacking towards the center. If we try to take it, bishop can take back and lead the game. So we'll not allow white to take from the bishop because that will help in development. That's why. He go with c take d5, well, we'll take it back. Bishop check is a possible threat. Okay. Now white's turn, 8 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Bishop can come try to give check. Okay, he go with rook to d1. We take knight and further attack. Bishop, rook, both at the same time. So let's see how he responds over here. White's turn and white is thinking over here. Playing rook to d2 is an option, better option because it is going to defend this pawn. Well, in this position, we'll take the bishop out to b4. There are two options. Why bishop b4? So that we can castle the number one. And number two, we can take the knight back with the bishop and the knight, both attacking the rook. So if knight will go back, then the bishop is also going to attack. Well, this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds in such positions. We go with bishop d3, where we'll decide to play. In this position, we'll go with knight back and further attack the rook. The bishop is also attacking the rook. So that's the main threat. He can go with bishop take knight. If we'll take it, then he can take the bishop also. So ultimately, it will make the position neutral. Let's see how he responds over here. White's turn and white is thinking for the response. In the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. And also, if you want to play against me, just send me the challenges. That's all you have to do. 7 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock remaining. And white is thinking for the response. Let's see how white responds in such positions. We go with bishop e5 check, where we take the king to e7. Further, we are creating a rook connection. We can take the rook out and then the king to g8. Further secure our pieces. Now, white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. Knight taking, bishop taking is a threat towards the rook. So let's see if white is much more accountable towards the rook or not. Okay. Now white's turn and having 7 minutes and 13 seconds where he go with rook c2. So rook c2 was the response. We play knight to c3. The bishop is attacking towards the rook. And at the same time, knight attacking the bishop. So that's an easy win. Okay, let's see how white responds in such positions. White is thinking for the response, having 6 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock. Let's see how white responds in this position. The bishop is attacking the rook. This means white has to take the rook back or maybe rook take on the knight because it will give time to the bishop to go back. Rook will take, bishop will take. Rook can come here, attack the bishop. And Okay, rook takes on the knight, I'll take back, rook comes here, bishop goes back, and then he can take the bishop back. So ultimately, rook take on the knight is the possible variation. It will create some casualties for white, but yet rook take on knight is a better option. He go with rook a to c1, he pockets the rook, and over here he take it and show the bishop. Now let's see how he responds in such positions. White's turn and white is thinking for the move. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. And also, if you want to play against me, just send me challenges. That's all you have to do. Now, in this position, once again, we can take the knight back and attack the pawn. Well, 5 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock for white, and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. In this position, I cannot find out any better option. Well, he can play rook to b2 and try attacking both the pieces. Rook b2 in attacking these two pieces is one of the attack. Where rook b2, I can play rook here, then he can push the pawn forward. So rook b2 attacking the pieces, where I play rook to a4 thinking that I'm defending the piece, but he can play a3. Wow. Okay, so white resigns. Actually, white had a lot of nice options. Okay, so now we begin with another game, and this time we play Caro-Kann defense on the board, where white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Hi, Super 124. Welcome to my live stream. So d4, we go with d5, attacking the center. So he go with e5. We take the move e6. So we can play c5 attack this, and that's a basic one. c5 in attacking the pawn. So let's see how white responds in such position. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. And also, if you want to challenge me, just send in the challenges. That's all you have to do. Knight to c6, adding a pressure towards the center. Where we take the queen out, now we are attacking the center and at the same time the pawn. This one. So b2 pawn is one of the casualty for white, where easily white can play queen c2 and defend the pawn as an easy response. We go with b3 on the board, where we decide to take the pawn. White takes it back from the bishop. If white takes from the bishop, then that's going to be an inaccuracy. He takes from the knight, which is also an inaccuracy because knight can take on the pawn. So knight takes pawn, and let's see how he responds in such position. Okay, so he can take the knight back. No. If we take the knight back, then we can take it and get a check. So this is not going to benefit. Bishop b5 check, we play bishop d7. Now white's turn and white is thinking for the move. If we take knight take back, basic response that we all can see. So let's see how white responds in such position. We go with a4. So with a4, we decide to take the bishop out, attacking the knight. Now this knight is bishop. Both are a lot active pieces. So we need to remove these pieces. Okay, now 8 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. Guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, then do like the live stream. Now let's see how white responds in such position. In this position, playing moves like a5 in attacking the queen is one of the superior options possible. So with a5, we can attack the queen where we have to take the queen back. We go with castling, where simply we'll take this bishop. Now he take from the pawn or the knight. That's his choice. If we take from the knight, he take from the pawn. So we decide to play bishop take knight. Bishop take knight, attacking the queen and the knight is a possible variation. We take the queen to d6 and secure the knight. Now he can try rook coming over here trying to attack the knight as a possible variation. Well, we can play, okay, he play f4, a very nice option in attacking the knight. If I remove the knight, then knight can take the pawn. That's the main plan. So that's a very nice response. In this position, we'll decide to play. Okay, we'll go with knight back, and further we allow bishop to take, where we go with f6 and block the bishop. Now he play bishop take h8. We decide to play king to f7 and further block the bishop diagonal. We can develop the knight and further we go with c4. We go with knight out to x6. The main motive to attack the bishop. So he can play bishop take on the pawn as a last rook. He play f5. We play the check queen to c5 giving check where this is white's turn and white is thinking for the response. He go with king h1 and we'll decide to play knight. Okay, we'll first eliminate the pawn. Rook takes on it is an option, a possible variation. Hello, this is Victor. Welcome to my live stream. 7 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock remaining for white. And let's see how he responds. He played b4, where we'll decide to take the pawn as a free pawn and at the same time rook attacking the bishop as a possible variation. So let's see how he responds. 7 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock and he's thinking for the move. He go with queen d5 check where we'll decide to play king to e7 and secure the pawn because the bishop is going to attack that. Okay, now let's see what he responds. He's thinking for the move. Okay, so in this position, let's see how white responds. White go with queen take b7 check attacking this. So we play king e6, we take it. Okay, so this is going to be an easy win for white. In my case, easy win for white. Okay, now let's see how he responds over here. Okay, so this is white to play and having 6 minutes and 30 seconds where he take it. We'll take this back, attack the rook, trying to attack. We are not successful, but he can like. Now once again he can play rook check. He play knight a3, a very nice response. Now we play queen x4, like we can try bringing up the knights and try attacking. Now this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds in this position. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. We go with the rook e1 check. We'll decide to play the knight e5. Now knight e5 and white's turn. White is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds in such position. He go with queen b8. We'll take the knight g4 and secure this. Further, we are giving a checkmate threat. So let's see how white responds in this position. So white's turn and white is having 5 minutes and 56 seconds on the clock where he go with queen e8 check, king comes to d5. He can try the rook check and once again we have to respond with this. Rook a1 check, as I told you, we play king to c5. Further queen can come and try giving checks. Okay, so this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. We go with queen c8 check. We decide to play king to b4 and attack the knight. Now we are all set in trying to attack towards white pieces. That's all we are doing over here. Okay, so white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds in this position. Now we go with rook b1 check. We'll take this, right? Okay, so if I take it, then queen can come and give a checkmate. That's the main plan. So over here, king will go there, then also queen is going to come. So now this is going to be a problem for us. Okay, so we'll begin with king take knight and then queen coming over here is a mate. Okay, so guys, if you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. So here we look for another game, and this time we are playing as white, where we play d4, playing positional. He go with d5, we play c4 in attacking the pawn. He go with e6, we take the knight to c3, and at above pressure. You go with bishop d4 where we'll take the knight to f3. Further, this is black to play and he go with taking the pawn and knight. We'll take it back and then this is black's turn where he take it. We go with e4, the bishop attacking the pawn. We go with d5 where we take a4 and further attack towards the pawn. We go with c6. C6 is not a very good response because we can take it. Black will take it back. We go with e5 And further, okay, you go with bishop b7. We'll take the knight g5. Now let's see how white responds. Black plays x6. We'll take the queen out. He cannot take because rook is gone. So queen, knight attacking the f7 pawn is the main threat. He can play queen e7 and attack this. I mean defend the pawn. He go with queen e7 as I described. So in such positions, once again, he cannot take it because rook is gone. So we'll focus on our development, where we go with rook to a5. The main motive to attack the pawn. Ultimately, we are going to attack this pawn. So we are attacking towards these two pawns. Now let's see how black responds. Black's turn and black go with a6. A6 is also a very good response, where we go with bishop out and further attack the queen. Queen take on to knight, because now we blunted that. Queen take on knight is a possible variation, but he does not observe that. Okay, so he does not observe, and that's good. Well, in this position, now what we can do is we'll go with, okay, we'll go with f4, f5, and further we can try attacking. Now this is black's turn and black go with g6. So g6 is also a very good response. When we play the queen x3, if he takes once again, rook is gone. So let's see how white responds. We go with x5, where we decide to play g4, the bishop attacking the rook. Oh my god, so these are some blunders that I'm doing. I thought g4, if we take it, then this. That's why I played g4. He take the knight out, and thankfully he gave me chance. Rook g1. So now let's see how white responds over here. I mean black responds. 8 minutes and 36 seconds on the clock, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds over here. Now 8 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, and black is thinking for the response, where he go with knight out. We'll decide to take the knight from the bishop. Ultimately, if he takes knight take on knight, it's a possible variation. Let's see if he goes with this. Okay, knight take rook, then we can take the bishop and can further attack the rook, where rook goes anywhere. So let's see how black responds over here. Black is thinking for the move. 8 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock. He play rook g8, we'll take it. He'll take back, we'll take it. Now this is black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds in this position. He go with queen, pawn take g5, we'll take, queen take a5. Ultimately, we are going to attack towards this way. So this is black's turn, and black is thinking for the move, having 7 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds in this position. Now we are having a lot of aggressive options, especially knight take on f7, because rook is attacking the rook. If he tries to take it, then knight can go back, give a check, and where he will be forced to play king there, and then this will be a checkmate. Okay, so black's turn, and black is now thinking. He go with rook take g1, where now in this position, knight goes back, give a check, the king will be forced to go there. Or if I play knight, okay, so in this position, knight going here to check, king will be forced to go here. Knight g5 check, king comes over here, a forced variation. King over here is a force. Queen is giving check. Okay, so queen cannot come, right? Then king comes here, and queen over here is a checkmate. So these were the strategies that I applied in this game, especially a lot of sacrifice. Anyways, I'm feeling like I'm playing like Mikhail Tal. Anyways, queen a checkmate. Okay, so this was the game. Guys, if you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Okay, we look for another game, and now we play e4. Now we play aggressive openings. E5 on the board, where we take the bishop up. This time, bishop opening on the board, where we activated the bishop. Right now, he can play knight f6. We'll take knight f3. Yes, that's true. He can take the pawn. We are allowing black to take the pawn. Let's see how he responds. black will take it, we'll offer another knight. Okay, we'll offer the knight where if he takes it, we can take it. And there is a trap. If he goes with d, okay, he played d4. Now d5 was the response. Bishop take on d5. Let's see how he responds. If it tries playing c6, then that's not a good response. A good response in this. Hello Devesh, welcome to my live stream. He go with bishop d6 for the castle because castling is important, protecting safety. Now let's see how he responds. He began with castling on the board, where we take the bishop out, knight supporting the bishop in attacking the queen. So black star and the queen is under attack. Let's see how he responds in this position. 9 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. He go with queen e8, where we decide to play queen e2 in attacking the pawn. We can even play the rook and further attack. He go with x6. Now, if I allow black to take, well, if I take, he'll take back. So ultimately, I'm feeling that I should have played in this position. I should have played queen d2. Then that would be an aggressive option. If he plays x6, then I could have played bishop take on x6. But he played queen e2 and he played x6. Now this is a tough position. If I take, he'll take back. Okay, so there is no need of taking. We'll take the bishop back. So bishop goes back to e3 where he plays c6. Now c6 was the response. Such that we'll take the bishop back e4 in covering this. So if he tries f5 as I expected, we'll take the bishop back and he can push it further. So we begin with the check. Further we can secure the knight out. Now this is black's turn and he go with bishop e6. We'll play knight e4 and put a pressure. If bishop take, queen take, attack the king, it can't be an option. He go with bishop d5 where we play bishop take d5 to check. He take it back from the pawn and in this position we'll decide to play f3. If we take, rook takes and attack the pawn, the main plan. So f3 in attacking towards the center is the main plan. Now let's see how black responds in this position. 8 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. He go with queen g6. Now queen g6 is a very good option in attacking towards the king side, especially these two pawns. So we'll play queen out and attack the pawn, this pawn, this pawn. Now we are also trying to figure out some mistakes done by black. For example, in this position, a mistake was queen was controlling in this position, queen was controlling this square. So this was not allowing the queen to come here and create an attack. Ultimately, he played queen over here and this allowed me to play this. That's why queen comes and that's going to create a trouble. He go with queen f7 and in this position, we'll take the pawn where if he takes it, let's see how he responds. If he takes, rook takes back. If he takes, rook takes back. Ultimately, we are attacking the queen and also the rook. So, Pro is the player, Pro is the commentator. Thank you very much. Anyways, he go with queen d7 where queen check, trying to attack, queen check, trying to attack the central pawn is a possible variation in my mind. Okay, if I go with queen check further, this is a forcing move, so low. King has to move anywhere and further rook is gone. So this means queen d5 check is a very nice option that I found. You go with king x8 and then rook take on it. Bishop cannot take because the queen, oh, he can play because knight is supporting this. Ultimately, we do not want to trade the pieces, but we are having advantage. Anyway, so we'll play queen take e4, ignoring the queen trade. And further, we are controlling this. The rook can come to f1 for the attack. You go with knight c6. Now knight c6, we play rook and further attack the bishop. So let's see how black responds in this position. Black is having 7 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. And let's see how he responds in this position. He go with rook e8. Now in this position, we'll decide to play the queen to g6. The rook can take this. If rook tries to take it, then rook can take and give it a checkmate. This means queen g6 is a better option. Bishop take on the pawn is going to be the threat in upcoming moves. Let's see how black responds over here. So black's turn and black go with knight e5 where he's trying to attack towards the queen. So ultimately we'll decide to play queen going to h5. Further we are giving threat like bishop take on it is going to be the threat. Anyways, let's see how black responds. I'll try knight here first of all because knight here will be trying to attack towards this pawn. Now what we are doing when I say bishop and knight attacking towards this pawn. If I say the minor pieces attacking this pawn, I mean that I am going to create facilities for black because you can see black's king is not very safe, right? If we remove these two defenders, then you can imagine how black will be like. Okay, so knight c4 attacking the bishop. Bishop take, he'll take, the bishop is supporting it. That's the problem. Where we play knight f5, if he take, we take back. Rook takes, once again, rook can take the bishop, give a check, and once again, okay. We'll take it, rook takes, rook take, give a check. Okay, so now let's see how he responds. This is Black's turn and Black is thinking for the move. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. He go with bishop d6, a strong response in attacking towards this knight. Where we'll take the knight f5 attacking the bishop. He go with the check on the board, we play king h1. And now let's see how Black responds over here. So 6 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Where if he tries rook to f8 trying to attack, we can play g4 and secure this. Now let's see how he responds. 6 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock and he go with queen d5 check. So now I guess I have better. Now I have only one option rook coming over here. Queen will take and okay, so I resign the game. Guys, if you want, you can challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. If you want, you can send me the challenges now. Okay, so we continue with another game. And now this time we are playing as black. Where this is white to play and white go with knight f3. We'll play. Okay, this time I play b6. For the first time I'm playing b6. The main motive is I can try developing bishop and he go with e4. Okay, so bishop b7, a very strong response in attacking the center. Where let's see how he responds. So this is something like I played e4 and then he played b6. Anyways, now let's see what he responds. He played bishop c4. Okay, so we'll take the pawn, knight come here and try attacking. It's a possible variation. You go with bishop take f7, giving check. King will take it, knight comes, give a check, win the bishop. So king goes to e8, expecting the queen to come out. We play knight take e4, we play knight f6. Further, the queen cannot come out. What is your real elo? You mean Pite? My Pite rating is 1520. Anyways, I'll take it. So white's turn and he go with castling. We'll decide to play bishop c5, but preparing to castle. Now he can try rook check. He play queen f3, the main motive to attack the rook. So we play knight c6, further preparing to castle. Now let's see how he responds over here. 9 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock and he go with knight c3 where we decide to castle. So wait, I cannot castle. If how is it possible I cannot castle? Huh? Okay. So in this position I don't know why I cannot castle. King comes to f7. Oh, because I take this. Oh, now I remember why I cannot castle. Anyways. Okay, so now this is white's turn. And white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can send me the challenges. All the challenges are allowed. Now, 8 minutes and 42 seconds of the clock. We can play knight over here, attacking the queen, the pawn, and attacking the rook. That's going to be aggressive towards black. I mean, white. So let's see how he responds. He go with queen d5 check, king. So in this position, we'll take the king to f8, where this is white to play and white is thinking for the move. Now he go with d3, and d3 is not a good response. Knight b4 in attacking the queen and this pawn. So ultimately the queen is going to be dependent, where queen goes to b3, and now she is dependent in defending this pawn, right? This means we can take the advantage. Now the queen is kind of useless. So what we'll do is we'll play a5, and now we'll try attacking, where knight can come here in attacking the bishop. This is my opinion. That's possible. Anyways, in this position, even the bishop can come out creating a rook connection. He go with a3. A3 was the response, where we decide to play the knight back. Ultimately, let's see how white responds. Now we are planning to play knight towards d4 in attacking the queen and the pawn. So let's see how white responds in this position. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. And also, if you want to play against me, just send me challenges. That's all you have to do. He go with bishop e3. We'll play bishop take on the bishop. He take back from the pawn. Queen comes out attacking this pawn, and let's see how white responds over here. So white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. He's having 7 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. Let's see how white responds in this position. You go with knight d5. We'll play queen to d6 in securing the pawn. Now let's see how white responds over here. White's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, then do like the live stream. You go with c4. We'll play a4. c4 is not a good option. Why? Because it will leave this pawn to be uh, weak pawn. Okay, so knight comes out, and now we are preparing to play c6. Anyways, now further we will try to attack towards the pawn being highlighted. 6 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock. White is busy thinking for the response over here. Let's see how white responds in this position. He go with d4. So d4 was the response, where we decide to play knight at g4 in attacking this side. So now let's see how he responds over here. This is white's turn, and white is having 6 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock, where white is thinking for the move. The queen is going to attack this pawn. So let's see how white responds over here. 6 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock, and white is thinking for the move, having 6 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. Now, in this position, what I think, rook should come at b8. He go with g3. So g3 will begin with rook b8. First defend this pawn. Let white take this pawn. Because white will take the pawn, we'll play c6, kick the knight, and then attack this pawn. So that's the main plan. Now let's see what he responds. He go with e4. So e4 was a good option, but not a very good option. c6 in attacking the knight. Knight will go back. Okay, play e5, where so in such positions we play queen e6. Now let's see what he responds. The pawn is attacking the knight, so if knight can come to c7 in attacking the queen is a possible option. Let's see how he responds over here. So this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. He go with knight c7. We'll decide to play queen to e7, where this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. He go with e take f6. We'll take it back. Ultimately, this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Now we are looking up to the fork that you can see. So this is 5 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds in this position. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can send me the challenges. All the challenges are allowed. And also, if you're enjoying the live stream, then do like the live stream. Anyways, so he go with queen to d2. We'll decide to play d5, the queen is attacking the knight. So knight can go and attack the rook. Anyways, now this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move, having 4 minutes and 48 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. So white's turn and white is thinking. He go with queen f4, where we'll decide to play h5 and defending the knight, the main motive. Okay, now in this position, what I guess he can play x3, attack my knight. Okay, he go with knight e6 check. Queen will take it, queen will take the rook. That's the main plan. Okay, so we'll allow this. Queen should take the rook. Ultimately, we are attacking this way, where we allow this to take the pawn, and then we can try aggressive attacks towards white. Okay, so white's turn, and when white is thinking for the move, he go with queen c7 check. Queen c7 check, king comes to g6, and now, okay, now white is thinking for the move, but let's see how he responds over here. He's having 4 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock, where this is white to play. Let's see how white responds in this position. So he go with c take d5, where we ignore the pawn, we play queen e3 check, and now the king goes is the possible variation. Let's see how he responds over here. He go with king h1. We decide to play h4, attacking the pawn, attacking the king side. So let's see how white responds in this position. White is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds in this position. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can send me the challenges. All the challenges are allowed. 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock remaining for white, and over here now in this position we go with queen f4. In this position now what can I do? We play queen e2, the main motive to deliver the checkmate. So let's see how he responds. The pawn attacking this, rook attacking the king side. Okay, queen e2 and everything forced. Queen e2 and everything forced. Yeah, that's actually what I played, right? King g7. Wait, you talk about before. So in this position, if I could have, that's true. I could have played queen e2. That's true. Anyways, hi Atish Mittal. Welcome to my live stream. 3 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock remaining, and he is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds. I mean white responds. So this is the checkmate, and maybe he is going to give a lot of checks. Queen will go back, give a check. In my case, let's see if my case becomes true. Queen will go back to f5 and give a check. King will go back. Queen will come back and give a check. Trying to make a three-fold repetition draw. Anyways, so white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. He go with queen f5 check, and this time we decide to play king to x6. Now queen going back, give a check. So that's going to be a long story of checks. Let's see how he responds. Queen f4 check, my god. So king comes to g7. Queen giving check like this. Okay. So maybe there is. So he played g take h4. Rook take on it. Now the rook is also activated in attacking this. So this means white just helped me in adding more and more attackers. You play good, but just see more time. But just use more time on very important, every important. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the suggestion. Canvas. Queen king check. We played king over here, and now the checks are not possible. Thank God. So now, so he is always ready. He is going to give me a lot of checks. Now queen can come give a check. Rook will come over here, attack the queen. The queen will go back anywhere, and then queen can come. So maybe queen coming here and give a check. A possible variation, because okay, go with queen h3. So we'll play rook queen e4 check. The queen is forced to go there, and then the checkmate. Okay, so guys, if you want to challenge me, all the challenges are allowed. Any challenges? If you want to can send me challenges now. Okay, so here, thank you very much for coming to my live stream. We'll meet you in the next one.